back to Choice Bits of Bliss. My name is Cilla. You may be able to hear my air conditioner. It's running a little rough today. So I am at the end of the collection Obsession, our very first month. I used Gingham Foundry by My Mind's Eye. I'm super happy with what I used out of this collection. I used some of my 6x8, and also if you were to have some of the 6x8, it has different patterns in it that are not available in the 12x12 collection. So just an FYI. I used some of my stickers. I stamped. I promised I would, and I did. And I used some of my journaling cards. These are my scraps that I have left over. Will I keep them forever and ever and a day and keep using them? I will keep them until it no longer makes sense to me to keep them. And I still have, I believe, 12 of the, maybe it's 10. I can't remember. Let's count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 sheets of cardstock still left, so plenty to play with and to continue to create with whenever I get in the mood to play with this collection again. I am going to put it up. I completed 4 layouts. I'm happy with that. That was the goal. And we're going to call this month a success. It's so much better to actually play with our pretty product than to feel guilty about it sitting on the shelf and it not being used. So this has been used. I'm tickled about that. Let me show you what I've done on my 4th layout. I'm going to tell you right now, this is my favorite. This is my favorite layout by a country mile. And I keep playing with my phone because it looks wonky to me up here. Anywho. So I did not leave it so that you could see what I was doing because I kind of just got lost in creating. And my first idea was I wanted to do a grid layout. And then I thought, well, I want to sew on my individual squares or rectangles. And then it just kind of started going from there. And I love this, y'all. I love this layout. I think it's organic. It's a little messy. And I just love it. And I'm not ready to put photos down on it. And I wouldn't call it a base page either. Will I eventually put photos? Possibly. I don't know. I just love looking at it the way it is right now. I loved using product. I love using techniques. I love the clusters, and I love the shadowed edges, the inked edges. I love the relief that the cream gives. I just love it. I love the dark edge that the blue gives. I love it. I love it. I'm very, very happy with this layout. And I don't know that it'll ever see a photo. I'm just being honest about it. So I did a lot. I just sat here and played while I was watching a show on YouTube. And I roughed up each of the edges of each one of my blocks. And I did that first. Then I took them to the sewing machine. Well, the sewing machine flattened them down. And then I roughed them up again. That process of roughing up the edges, sewing on it, and roughing them up again really broke down the fibers in the paper around the edges. And these are really soft and just kind of malleable now. It wasn't initially because it's thick cardstock. And, making the edges rough looking, there's some resistance, and now they're just so soft and just easy to move around. I love it. I love how I keep using the word organic, but that's what it feels like to me. It just feels very organic. And when I sewed around the edges, I wanted straight stitches, and they're not perfect stitches, and I like that. And I brought it back over here, and I thought I'm going to snip all my threads. And then I just thought, when I laid it down, I thought, no, I kind of like the threads being there and wound up, and how they landed. And I have played with this, and I feel happy. I feel really, really happy about creating this layout. So this is a short video for the 4th layout. I wanted to talk a little bit about it and just show you what I created. I'll do some close-ups of the clusters. I just literally layered and layered and layered and inked edges until it didn't make sense anymore. I love it. I'm very, very happy with this one. Okay, please look down below at everyone who's participating. Some are participating on Instagram. Some are only participating in the Facebook group, Crafty Low or No Spend. Some are doing all 3, YouTube, Facebook group, and Instagram. Please follow along and look at all the inspiration that's available, and hopefully we can inspire you to pull out a collection and play. We will chat again soon. Bye-bye.